นะของเราก่อนออกจากสมาธิไม่ต้องรีบเปิดตาคิดเดี๋ยวนี้จะยกเลิกสมาธิมันระลึกนิดหน่อยสมาธิเป็นยังไงและเวลายกเลิกแล้วก็เปิดตาช้าๆเลยคิดเดี๋ยวนี้จะเปลี่ยนอิริยาบถจากนั่งสมาธิจะเดินจงกรมและอยู่กับพุทโธก่อนลุกขึ้นเมื่ออยู่กับพุทโธลุกขึ้นช้าๆและไปที่ทางจงกรมและเดินจงกรมและพุทโธอยู่ต่อไปและหลังจากเดินจงกรมเสร็จแล้วจะเหมือนกันไม่ต้องรีบนั่งทำนี่ทำโน้นจากเดินจงกรมนั่นลึกนิดหน่อยก็เป็นยังไงเดี๋ยวจะอยู่กับพุทโธต่อไปและเดี๋ยวจะต่อไปนั่งสมาธิเมื่อรีบออกเมื่อรีบลุกขึ้นเมื่อรีบ หยุดเดินจงกรมและทำนี่ทำโน่นก็ทำให้สมาธิเสียเข้าใจไหมแค่เดี๋ยวนี้เปิดได้แล้ว So you understand, it is very important that we don't rush out of samadhi. Yeah? Before, when we decide, that we stop sitting in samadhi, yeah? Before we open our eyes, we think about, okay, now I'm going to stop samadhi, but I'm staying with my Buddha or I'm staying with my breath, and before I stand up and open the eyes, before I open the eyes and stand up, I reflect a little bit about, my experience of samadhi. And then I slowly stand up and decide, to stay with the Buddha and to stay with the breath and go to the Chongkrom path, and then continue there. So we don't make a break, from the Buddha or from our concentration, but we keep our concentration and deepen it, while we go to our Chongkrom path. And the same thing, when we finish our Chongkrom path, we do the same thing. We notice, we know the thought that comes up, okay, I want to stop, and then we don't rush to do this or do that, but we decide, okay, when I stop walking Chongkrom, I still stay with my Buddha, I still stay with my breath, and then go to sit again, sit in samadhi, so that the Buddha over changing our posture does not get interrupted, and through this non-interruption, our samadhi, our concentration gets stronger. You understand that? People, now it is finished here now, and then they go up, now I do this, I'll do that. I mean, this is not continuous practice. So in this matter, we can practice for 6 hours. Sitting for 2 hours, walking for 1 hour, or walking for 2 hours, sitting for 1 hour, and then walking for 2 hours again, and then sitting for 1 hour. Or people who like to sit, sit for 2 or 3 hours, then walk, and then it is a continuum of effort, and then you will get, you will develop sati, and then you will see, how difficult it is, The kilesas are going to bother us all day long, all the time. I want to have a break, now I need to pee, now I do this, I mean, just like I said, last time. We open our eyes in the morning when we wake up, and then we decide, that we are with the Buddha or with the breath the whole day long, or that we, when we can change, from samatha to vipassana after we change our posture, I mean, when we go Chongkrom, we might want to do vipassana, and when we sit, we want to do samatha, or the other way around, That depends on you, that depends on your characteristics, right? But that's how we really develop, our samadhi and vipassana. Constantly stopping, I mean, it's a stop and go, And everybody, who has been in a traffic jam, knows, stop and go, you don't get anywhere, fast. So, we want to do this, we want to develop, especially in this pancha, we want to develop our practice. To get a little bit more sati, to develop the sati, that is so important, and that comes through the concentration and through the knowingness of the breath of the object that we observe, be it the object of the Buddha or be it the object of of investigation. We have to stick to that. We can't let the kilesas, constantly interrupt us, tell us, oh yeah, what is this? Where does it come from? What is the meaning of this? There is no meaning to anything. The only thing, that you should know is the Buddha or is the breath. How is the breath at this moment? How is the Buddha at this moment? Or is the object of the body, that I observe, is it becoming clearer? Can I see it? Can I distinguish it? Can I distinguish the features? Or can I cut it up? Can I cut up the body? Can I see the body in front of me? Or can I see the hair of the head or hair of the body? Or can I see my nails in front of my inner eyes? And so on and so on. That's the only question that you should ask yourself. Not why is this thought coming in? Why is this memory coming in? That is useless. What is this picture? It must have a meaning. No, it doesn't have a meaning. Whatever comes in, garbage in, garbage out. So, whatever comes in, you just throw out. You note it and throw out. You note it and throw out. Or you're aware of it and, and don't put any interest on it. Sometimes, you can just practice, when there are too many thoughts are coming, too many pictures are coming in the mind, you just can practice, with this, I'm not interested. It's a sort of mantra, And don't get interested in whatever appears. Get interested in how is the Buddha. That's where you should get interested. How is the Buddha or how is the breath? That's how we should get interested in. Everything else is not important. Whatever comes up, is not important. And we just go back to the breath, or we just go back to the Buddha. That is the way of practice. That is the way how to get results. You understand that? Practice is not easy. When the Lord Buddha went out, you remember, before he became a Buddha, he left his 1-year-old child, his son, what was he called? Rahula. Rahula, what does it mean? Fetter. It's a fetter to birth and death. So he left his wife, he left his parents, and he left his child, and he went out for 7 years. After a while, he had 5 friends, who practices ascetic practices, and thought this is the way out to completely torture the body. But then after a while, he realized, after 5 years, he realized this is not the way, all what we do is, we destroy this body, and then when this body is destroyed, we are born again. So he came, and he ate a little bit, he went on the Majjhima Patipada, and then he investigated this body, he investigated, all the 5 khandhas, and then, under the Bodhi tree, he got enlightened. So, when he got enlightened, what did he do? The first thing that he did, when he got enlightened, what was the first thing he did? He went to his 5 colleagues, or 5 friends who were doing the ascetic practices, They were not very happy about that, But then once he taught them, one of them, got enlightened, that very moment, So, and then what did he do then, Did he run back to his parents? I mean, he stayed for quite a while. I can't remember, maybe a year, he went to another city, not the city where his parents lived, not the city where his wife lived, not the city, where his child was. Why did he avoid them? Huh? Why, when he was enlightened, why didn't he go back to his parents and instantly teach them? Yeah, that is how you got enlightened. Yeah? You have any idea why? Huh? I mean, he was certainly grateful, and he taught us to be grateful to his parents. Huh? But the greatest merit that his parents got, or his wife got, or his child got, was his enlightenment. Yeah? And if he share the merit of his enlightenment with all these beings, I mean, that is the greatest merit that you can ever do. Yeah? Why do you think, the Thais, I mean, the Thai father and mother, asked the child, to ordain for them, yeah, for getting married, yeah, from their practice, so that they can survive, that they have a better life, next life, or they can find, sooner or later the way to the enlightenment, yeah. This is the highest merit we can do for our parents, yeah? So why didn't he go back? Why didn't he run back to his city? And taught his relatives, yeah? and his wife and his parents and so on. Why? If I remember correctly, I mean, he was in another city, and his father, his father was asking, why is he not coming to our city? Yeah? Why is he building there a monastery? Why is he staying there and teaching the people? I mean, you probably heard, I only can guess, but there is one proverb, probably also in English, I mean, a prophet is not, is not, people don't listen to the prophet within their own country, yeah? People, people listen to a prophet, when he's in another country, yeah? I mean, that is a proverb, and we all, everyone, probably every one of us has the experience, yeah? When you develop yourself, you change yourself, you have been away for 5 or 10 years, from your parent, and then you come back to your parents. Do they notice the change? No. They see you still as the child that they have raised for 18 years, yeah? And this is impossible, you cannot. It is impossible, nearly impossible to teach your parents, yeah? Because they see in you the child, they never accept you. Even if they are very uneducated people, and you become the professor of a university, they love this, that you become a professor of the university, but they still, think they are better than you. Yeah? That is what is normally happening. So, that's what my assumption is, why the Lord Buddha didn't return instantly back home. Because he wanted to have some fame, yeah, and some recognition, in other cities, and the fame spread. The fame spread to his city of birth, and then the father asked, why is he not coming back? And still then, after that, was it 3 months or maybe it was another year before he came back, yeah? And then his parents could accept him, and his wife could accept him. It is very, very important for us that we understand that, yeah? Whatever, yeah, the Lord Buddha said something about our parents, yeah? They raised us for 18 years, and there's nothing that we can do, yeah? And that holds true for the lay people, for every lay people, there's nothing that we can do, to be able to repay them in this lifetime. Yeah? We can do everything for them, but we are not able to repay them in our lifetime. But if we practice and share the merit of our practice, and the better we practice, the further we develop, yeah? Especially, if we get into one of these 4 stages of noble beings, be it a Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, or Arahant. That is enormous merit that you can share with your parents, yeah? And that is much more than they could give you. Yeah? Because this kind of merit, of this kind of practice that you have done, and that you have achieved, being a Sotapanna, being a noble being, sharing this kind of merit, there's nothing greater that you can do. Yeah? And sharing with other people. Yeah? So develop, use this pansa, yeah? Use this rains retreat to develop your practice to the utmost, yeah? As long as there's nothing to repair, yeah? We have no work to do then, from the morning, yeah? Please remember, yeah? From the moment we wake up, yeah? Now open your ears. The moment we wake up, we have the first thing, the first thought is our Buddha. Where's the Buddha? Buddha. Or where's the breath? The breath. Yeah? And then, the moment we have this breath, we determine that until tonight, when we go to sleep, we will keep with the breath, or we will keep with the Buddha, or in occasions, we exchange it with the object of investigation. Whole day long, 18 hours, we stay with the Buddha, we stay with the breath, we all constantly, we don't give ourselves a break, yeah? The kilesas love breaks, yeah? I want to have a break here, I want to have a break there, yeah? And sometimes when I watch you, at the Namron, that's a big break, yeah? There's lots of things, to eat, there's lots of things to drink, yeah? And then we forget ourselves, and then we start to talk. And this ruins our practice. In the beginning, maybe it's just one sentence, and then an idea comes, and then another idea comes, and then we start to talk. And that is not helpful. Let's really try, to really to develop our practice to the utmost. Yeah, prepare ourselves. Sati. Sati is our weapon. Sati and Panya is our weapon. Panya is developed through investigation, but without Sati we cannot develop investigation, or we cannot develop wisdom. Yeah? So Sati takes hold of the object that we investigate, and wisdom asks the question. Yeah? In order to understand, but we don't listen to the answers that come from the kilesas. Oh, yes, I know it, I've seen it 100 times, it's always the same, I know what it is. No, that is not wisdom, that is thinking. Yeah? We ask the question, but we don't expect, the answer that from our question to come through our thinking or through our mind. It comes through our heart, the moment the heart understands. So we investigate, and we ask the question, and if the answers are coming, from the kilesas, then we question these answers that are coming, until there's no more answer coming. Yeah? That is a way, how to really get into very deep samadhi. Yeah? Question the answers that are coming. What do you mean? What do you want to say me? What do you want to show me? Yeah? And then they come with the next answer, and then you question that instantly. You never believe any of that crap that comes up. But you constantly believe it? Yeah. Especially when you upatak or when you praveen, all these answers that are coming up, you believe it. Yes. Now, understand that. So develop your practice, put a lot of effort. Yeah? And as I said, I don't want to see anybody, engaging in talking. Yeah? And I don't want to see anybody doing some work unless he has some permission. Yeah? Is that understood? Okay. Now, คนไทยมีคำถามไหมพาเมื่อกี้ก็นั่งสมาธิเป็นยังไง
ข้อการเจ้าค่ะหลวงพ่อ
ก็
เข้าใจอยู่ว่าศรัท ว์โลกต้องเป็นไปตามกรรมแต่ทำไมยังทุกข์อยู่เจ้าคะ
ทำไมอะไร
ก็เข้าใจค่ะว่าสัตว์โลกย่อมเป็นไปตามกรรม
ใช่
แต่ทำไมยังทุกข์อยู่ค่ะ
ทำไมทุกข์เพราะว่าไม่ได้รับไม่ยอมรับ
ก็ยอมรับอยู่ค่ะแต่ว่ามันยังทุกข์
อ้าวแปลว่าไม่ได้ยอมรับนะมันกรรมที่ก็ไม่มีปัญหาไม่มีทุกข์ใช่ไหมเมื่อกรรมที่เข้ามานะเข้ามาหาเราก็มีความสุขนะใช่ไหมมีคนอื่นก็ชมเรานะนั่นมันไม่มีทุกข์ใช่ไหม
เวลาแบบยังไงเหมือนกับว่าไม่ได้รับความเป็นธรรมนะคะมันก็
ใช่เมื่อไม่รับเป็นธรรมนะก็บางที่นะบางที่ก็มันหนักนะก็มีทุกข์นะเพราะว่าสมัยก่อนก็ทำให้คนอื่นมีทุกข์นะที่อันนี้ต้องเฉิดความทุกข์ด้วยนะเมื่อคนอื่นก็ทำกับเราเฉิดความทุกข์แต่เมื่อมีธรรมในใจก็รับได้ไม่ต้องฝัดนะไม่ต้องฝัดกับวินกรรมไม่ต้องฝัดกับกรรมนี่นะไม่ต้องฝัดกับคนนี้คนโน้นโอกาสนี้โอกาสโน้นนะแต่ยังมีทุกข์มันทุกข์อยู่นะแต่ไม่ต้องมีทุกข์ใจนะต้องไม่ต้องเสียใจเรื่องนี้นะทุกคนก็มีทุกข์และก็สุขนะและพระอรหันต์ยังมีทุกข์อยู่แต่ทุกข์ทางกายนะแต่ส่วนมากก็ไม่เป็นไรเมื่อเห็นเป็นธรรมนะมันทุกข์น้อยลงมากนะโอเคเคยทำกับคนอื่นเดี๋ยวนี้จะต้องรับเจ็บไหมเจ็บเนี่ยและคนอื่นก็สมัยก่อนก็คนอื่นก็เจ็บเหมือนกันเมื่อทำกับเขาก็ต้องรับกรรมนะบางที่ก็กรรมก็เจ็บนะแต่มันไม่ต้องเป็นทุกข์นะมันเจ็บอยู่มันเจ็บใจนะมันฟังคำเสียของคนอื่นนะมันเจ็บใจแต่ไม่ต้องเป็นทุกข์ไม่ต้องคิดอะไรมากนะบอกว่าสมัยก่อนก็ทำกับคนอื่นเดี๋ยวนี้คนอื่นก็ทำกับเราในความเจ็บใจนะที่ของเรานะมันกำลัง กำลังอยู่ในใจของเรานะมันเมื่อทำก็ขึ้นคิดว่าเนี่ยจะยอมรับนะแต่จะแก้ยังไงให้ไม่ขึ้นในอนาคตนะและกรรมนี่นะมาจากไหนมาจากความคิดแบบไหนมาจากอิริยาบถแบบไหนมาจากกรรมทำมาจากไหนเดี๋ยวนี้จะต้องแก้ออกในใจนะมันจะเห็นกิเลสนะเพราะว่าเมื่อเห็นคนอื่นทำกับเรานะแล้วไม่ชอบนะปกติก็ฝัดกับคนนี้นะแต่กับคนอื่นก็ทำอยู่แต่เวลาเห็นคนอื่นทำกับเรานะมันแก่ทันทีในใจของเราเข้าใจไหมนะเห็นนะมันนิสัยยังติดอยู่ในใจบางทีก็ชอบทำกับคนอื่นนะ
บางทีก็ปล่อยวางได้แต่บาง
ทีก็ปล่อยวางได้บางทีก็ยังปล่อยวางไม่ได้เพราะว่ายังแก่ไม่ทุกไม่หมดนะเข้าใจไหมนิดหน่อยไงเคนมีคำถามไหมไม่มีพยายามมาทุกวันเสาร์อาทิตย์นะแล้วคนนี้มีคำถามไหมไม่มียกเลิก